Hello students, welcome back to the class. Now we are going for the new topic, new concept, political science with economics. So here we will discuss, already we know about meaning and definition of political science. So in this concept we will discuss about economics and how this political science and economics are related to each other. So this is the new concept, relationship of political science with economics. Already we know, we have discussed what is meant by political science. The word political science is originated from the Greek word polis. Politic is originated from the Greek word polis, which means city state. Now here we have to see what is the meaning of economics. Economics is also originated from the Greek word. Okay, economics and political science are history. If you see, most of the words are originated from the Greek word. The origin, most of the theories and ideas and the subject origin mainly taken from the Greeks only. So economics is originated from the Greek word oki plus nemos. Rules and the oki in the word economics is originated from the Greek word oki and nemos. Okis means rules and nemos means laws of household. Okay, so rule and the laws of household activity. So this is about the economic. So normally this is the meaning of economic meaning. What is the word meaning? Now definition, when we are studying economics, mainly studies about the principle of the way the business and industries organize, how the business will organize, how the industries will organize. So economic is nothing but the definitions of the way how the business and the industries are going to be organized. Now economics will explains about wealth, production and exchange of goods. In economics we can find which will mainly explains about the wealth. Okay, so wealth in the sense how the wealth can able to gain, how we can able to develop the wealth. Economic explains about wealth, okay, and economics explains about production. So normally we know that goods are produced. Productions, when we are talking, goods are produced in various sectors. Some goods are manufactured in industrial sectors, some goods are produced in agriculture sectors. So goods are mainly manufactured in two main sectors. So artificially, when the goods are manufactured by using tools and machines, goods are manufactured in industrial sectors. Naturally, when the goods are produced, then they are using in agriculture sectors. So whenever we are manufacturing a goods, that is called as production of goods. And normally when you are producing a goods, we need different type of implements, either in agriculture sector or industrial sector. So economics mainly studies about the production of goods. Second thing, exchanging of goods. The goods are, how the goods are getting exchanged. Okay, in economic we'll studies about how the goods are getting exchanged. So normally when we are saying in the market, the goods are exchanged by using money. So in the olden days, if you see, the goods used to be exchanged from one goods to another goods. So that system is called barter system. Barter system in the sense, in the olden days, people, they never used to exchange the goods by using money. So if they have one bag of rice, they used to exchange one goods with another goods. So exchanging can be done by two ways. One thing, we can exchange the goods with one goods, either else we can exchange the goods by using money. Money acts as a medium of exchange. So in economic we'll studies about how the goods are exchanged. Okay, so that is one point. So economic is the study of wealth. Economics mainly explains about wealth, how the wealth is getting distributed. Wealth in the sense what? How the wealth is getting distributed among different type of people. How? Classification of wealth, economics will study. We will studies about productions, and in economics we will studies about exchange. So how the goods are exchanged. So normally we are exchanging the goods. Okay, we are exchanging one goods with another goods. So that is barter system. And sometime in economic we can exchange. In economics, what we are doing, we are using money act as a medium of exchange. So we are exchanging by using money also. Economics helps in the study of human welfares. Welfare is very, very important activity. Okay, economics mainly studies about welfare, human welfare activity. Okay, this is the study of welfare. See, society, or either if you see any government, every form of government is to provide welfare to the people. Okay, welfare may be in the form of different ways. So economics studies that how the government is providing the welfare activities and how the government will provide welfare of the people. Economic studies mainly about human welfare. Economic studies about wealth, economic studies about welfare. When we are talking about wealth, welfare, difference is there here. Whenever if you are doing any work, mainly we are doing work for wealth only, but sometimes some works are there. Okay, in some work, people they never derive income. People they never take income from them. So whenever if you are providing any activities for the development of any citizen without taking income, that is called as welfare activity. Best example, social welfare. In the society also we can find there are different organizations, they will provide their services. Whenever if you are providing, whenever the people are providing services without taking income, that is called as welfare. The main role, the main functions of government is to provide welfare activities to the citizen. So economic studies about that welfare activities only. Okay, economics mainly studies about fulfilling unlimited wants. Humans have many wants. All the wants are not satisfied. If you take an example, humans have many wants. Suppose now take an example, you have a want. You wanted to buy one book. Next day, after completing 5 days, again you will try to buy one more book. Okay, if you are buying any book, your wants will never satisfy. After completing for certain period, again one more wants will arise, and that's why human wants are unlimited. Okay, not all the wants are satisfied. See, many wants are there. Human beings have many wants, but all the wants will not satisfy. So economic will studies about how the wants are getting satisfied, how human wants will satisfy. We have different type of wants, but all the wants will not satisfy. Some wants will satisfy, some will not satisfy. And even though if one wants will satisfy, again after a few days one more wants will arise. So that's why economic studies that how fulfilling of unlimited wants. In economics we can find, we will study when human beings have different type of wants, how these unlimited wants can be fulfilled with the help of limited resources. Resources are very less in our country. Resources means what? Anything which is available by nature. So nature, whenever the things which are available by nature, that is called as resources. For example, when we are talking minerals in the form of coal, minerals in the form of gold, minerals in the form of petrol or land, all these things comes under resources only. Okay, we have very limited resources. The resources are very less. According to the size of our population all over the world is growing nearly 9 billions. Our population is moving towards 9 billions all over the world. Okay, so resources are very less, but population is going on increasing, but the resources are less. So economics will studies about economic, that is the study of economic, that how to fulfill the unlimited wants with limited resources. We have unlimited wants, but how to fulfill all the wants with limited resources. So economic mainly studies about that particular points only. What is the primary requirement? See, in economic studies about different type of goods. Some goods which are very essential goods. Some goods are very, very essential. Okay, so they were called as consumable goods. Consumable goods are very, very essential. So economic studies about different type of goods also. So for example, normally when we are talking about the primary requirement, food, clothing, shelter and medical aids, these are the very essential needs for all the citizens. When we are talking about any citizen, these goods are very, very important. Food, without food we can't survive. Without water, without clothing we can't survive. Without education, now onwards if you see education, once upon a time education is a luxurious goods because very few people used to be educated. But now education has become one of the necessities for all the people. Okay, food, clothing, education and medical facilities. Nowadays we can find medical facilities also one of the essential thing now. Okay, so these goods comes under essential goods. This is the main goods everybody should have. Everybody should require these types of goods. Okay, so what are the goods which are very essential? Food, clothing, education and medical facility. So economic studies about what are the essential goods and how these goods are getting fulfilled. How the people can fulfill these goods. If the people will not fulfill these goods, what will be the condition of the society? What is the condition of his economy? Everything will study. So these are the essential goods. Imagine that if these goods are not met, then what the individual do? Individual will use his energy for this all purpose. He will suppose food, clothing, shelter. When the demands are not met, So individual, what he will do, he will put all his resources, he will put all his energy to gain these goods: food, clothing, shelter, medical facilities. This is very, very important. So wherever the societies we can find, when these types of goods are available, so that society can lead peacefully. So whatever the societies, if you see large section of people are not getting the primary requirement, then in that society we can find criminal activities also will be very higher. Go and see in African countries, we can find in African countries the primary requirement for the people are very less. So criminal activities there you can find more also. So whatever the society, when the primary requirements are not met, then the people can face different type of problems, and that people can get different type of, individuals can get different type of problems. Even the individuals in that country will utilize all this energy for the purpose of this primary requirement. Okay, if the primary requirements are not met, then what he will do, he will accept any antisocial elements, antisocial activities he will involve. When these goods requirements are not met by any citizen, suppose in any citizen if he required all these goods, when these needs are not satisfied, then he will choose other activities and other elements, antisocial elements. So what will happen, the society will greatly impact, society will affect, criminal activities will be higher. So that's why economic studies about all these things. Okay, so here this we have discussed. Now take an example, every poor society. In every poor society, just now we have discussed, and in every poor society all these goods primary requirements are not met, so they will go for antisocial elements, and in that society we can find immorality will be higher. What is called moral and immoral? Moral values are very, very important, students. Okay, in rich societies we can find moral values will be very higher, respecting the parents, respecting teachers, helping poor peoples, respecting the needy people. All these values comes under the moral principles. Moral values are very, very important. More than education, these values are very important for the country. So I am talking that more than education, these values are very, very important. So in every poor society, we can find when they are unable to meet the demand, when they are unable to meet the requirement, then the society will go for antisocial elements. In that society we can find immorality will be very, very higher, it will increase. And that's why it's a responsibility of government that all these primary requirements should be, government should fulfill all the primary requirement even to the weaker section of the people also. So economic studies about that only. Okay, economic studies about how the primary requirements are met by the individuals. Now take an example, person. Now this is one more topic. If a person suffering is increasing, okay, suffering like hungers and ill health, then what he will do, he will find illegal way to obtain money. So whenever, if you see in any society, when the society will be problematic, if in that society, suppose if the people are facing a problem of hunger and ill health, imagine that in the society or in the family, when the people are facing a problem of hungry and when he is facing any health problems or ill health, in that condition what he will do, he will obtain money in an illegal way. Okay, so that is the condition make a person to obtain the money in illegal way. So this is a thing, and that's why what we have to do, the important role of government is whatever the resources are there, okay, that should not go in the hand of only few people. Economic is the study that whatever the resources are there, the government should utilize the resources in such a way that should go in the hand of all the people. All the people should get all the resources. When all the people will have these types of resources, they will not get any problems. Okay, they will not get any type of problem. So this we have studied about hunger. Now, if a person is facing these types of problems like hunger, if a person is facing a problem of ill health, that person, of course, he will find illegal way. On the other hand, he will not give importance to government, and he will not give vote also. When the person demand is not met, whenever the demand and desires are not met, the persons will not give importance for voting, and the person will not recognize government. And that's why economic studies that the resources should be utilized in a proper way. That should not go in the hand of only few peoples. If the resources are going in the hand of only few people, other section of people who are poor, who cannot able to obtain these resources, will suffer more. And sometimes this will affect the form of government also. How? Because he will not provide voting rights. So this will greatly affect the system of government. Next we can find a person cannot use, so this person cannot use the fundamental rights and the fundamental duties. So person will not give the importance to the fundamental rights as well as fundamental duties. So this is very very important. So we need a society where all the essential elements should met. People can able to satisfy all the primary requirement. And economics and political science will provide. These two studies are very important because they will provide welfare activities to all the citizens. Okay, economics and political science will try to provide they will provide the welfare activities for all the citizens at that point. So in this topic we have discussed about how the economics, what are the things the economics will study, okay, how we should utilize, if the resources are not utilized, what are the problems they are getting, what are the other problems will come, how to overcome from the problem. So economics mainly deals with all the related points, and that's why if you wanted to provide welfare activities, economic subject is very very important. Economics and political science are very important for welfare activities, to provide welfare to the society. So both these activities are very important for the society. Okay, we will try to see you in the next class. Okay, thank you very much, students. So we will meet you in the next class. Okay, so one point which I wanted to say. Okay, so one point which I say to forget, just I wanted to say you that point. Now take an example in our country India. Now we have taken an example, we have India. So if you take any society, so in any society when the primary requirements are met, so they will give importance to the government also. One thing, economics, importance of government. Okay, so this is one point. So if a person cannot use the proper fundamental rights, fundamental duties, that person cannot use proper fundamental rights, fundamental duties. If these types of problems are there, if the primary requirements are not met, the person cannot use fundamental rights. So if he will not use fundamental rights, then the government cannot function properly. Whenever if you wanted your government should be function properly, people should be aware about fundamental rights and people should discharge the duties towards, as a citizen they should discharge towards nation. If citizens are not discharging any duties towards nation, then government will face many problems. Okay, so that is one point. So this is, and that's why this is very very essential that economics and political science are very important to provide welfare activities. Okay, economics and political science will mainly studies about political activities. So in this what we have discussed, so first we have discussed about the meaning, then we have discussed about what is the meaning of political science, then we have discussed about the economics, then we have discussed about what are the content. Economics will study, it will mainly studies about welfare, wealth, okay, so etc. And we have studied about economics, how the economics is useful for human welfare. Okay, in economics we will discuss about how the unlimited resources can be, how the resources can be able to satisfy in a limited way. Okay, now already we have discussed that resources, anything which is obtained from the nature, this point I have to explain. Anything which is obtained from the nature, that is called as resources. Resources cannot be made by man. Man cannot make any type of resources. Okay, resources cannot be made by man. So man cannot make any type of resources, and for resources you have to depend upon nature only, like water and sunlight. So resources are mainly classified into two types. Two things I have to say. One is called renewable resources and one is called non-renewable resources. So whenever we are talking about the resources are classified into two types. Okay. Renewable resources are nothing but the resources which can be generated. After using, again the resources will generate. That is called renewable. Renewable resources have no end. Okay, but non-renewable resources are nothing but the resources after using again we cannot generate. That is called non-renewable resources. So normally when we are talking about the resources, about renewable resources, sunlight, okay, these types of resources are available to all the people except water. People are facing a problem of water. So these types of resources like renewable resources like sunlight, water, air. So these are the resources that comes under renewable resources, because again we can able to generate. Sunlight is the best example. Sunlight is a pure form of renewable resources. So everybody can get advantage from the sunlight. Water and oxygen, when we are talking today, which was being charged in hospitals, we can find now these resources have charged. So water and sunlight will be charged. Okay, but actually the renewable resources will be available at free of cost. Now, and these renewable resources can be generated. Okay, these resources have no end. Today we can find whatever the water which is available before, today also we have same amount of water. Now when we are talking about resources, non-renewable resources, the resources which cannot be generated 1 second after using, that is called non-renewable resources. So after using the resources, again we cannot generate. For example, petrol. So when we are mining, so when we are taking away minerals, again the minerals will not form in that position. So once if you have taken the minerals, so minerals will decrease. So that type of resources easily it will not form. So that is non-renewable resources. So these are the important resources. So in economics we have studied that how the resources are utilized, how the limited resources should be utilized among huge amount of populations. So that is okay. We will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much.